it's Lisa here with another message, some reading and some channeling for you. This one is for the Ladybug Collective. I haven't pulled any cards, I'm just going on vibes, so let's get some cards out and see what's going on. As always, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates. If it found you, there's something in it for you, but not everything is going to be for everyone. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's see. What else do we have going on? Let's take that one. 7 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. High Priestess. Alright, so this is the third reading that I've recorded today. And it's the third time that the 7 of Cups has come out. And it's the second time both of these have come out. So I don't know what to say about all that. But let's get into the energies. Okay, so 2s. We got 2 2s. High Priestess is all about your intuition. It's about contemplation. It's like mirror energy. The 2 of Pentacles is all about contemplation, mirror energy, deciding, making a choice. As is 7 of Cups. It's also about choice. Having a lot of options in front of you, not knowing which one to pick yet, wanting to pick the right one. They're all like remarkably similar energies. When the High Priestess comes out, I like to take that either as the person reading is the High Priestess, like they're the one who's like super in touch with their intuition, and it's a message that they're right about whatever the situation is. So it's like, if you see these cards and you're like, oh my god, I know exactly what that's about, plus the High Priestess, it's like extra confirmation. But sometimes it can also be like a message to pay closer attention to your intuition. So I don't think we have enough information yet to see what this is about. Let's get clarifiers for the 2 of Pentacles. And then the 7 of Cups. So we have 2 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. Then with the 7 of Cups, we have the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is like rest, contemplation, taking a minute before you go into battle. 5 of Swords is like a battle card. So 4 is very much, especially like with the 3 of Swords representing heartbreak, 4 is like a need for rest and contemplation. After a battle, before a battle, like that kind of thing. Clarifying the 7 of Cups, that feels very much like there's some kind of a decision to be made, but resting, tapping into your intuition in order to make sure it's the right decision is really important. Like sometimes in life, it's like, whatever, just make a decision, just decide, and then you can like get to the next stage. Other times, like the decision has like more consequences, and so it's prudent to just like take a minute. Let's see. Let's get something to clarify the High Priestess. Ten of Cups. Okay, well, I'm going to take that as like whatever you've been thinking about in your intuition, like whatever you think is the right choice, or like you know how it's going to go already or whatever. I think that you're right. And honestly, like, I'm a little bit like, I don't know what else we need to say about that. Angels, do you have like another message for the collective? What do the ladybugs need to hear? Oh my god, we have the 4 of Cups, which is another like, that's a card of not as much contemplation as like not seeing exactly what's in front of you. It's about like having more cups than you realize if you want to make it about like abundance. So now we have another 4. We got the 4 of Wands, which is, that's like the 1111 manifestation card. A lot of people see that as like the marriage card. So now we got 2 4s. And the Knight of Swords came out, which is all about like fast moving communication, like an offer coming in quick. And what I'm getting from that, it feels very much like once you decide, once you like see what you've been missing that's in front of you, it's all going to happen really quickly. What's going to happen quickly, angels? And I always like to hear in the comments, like, what you've got going on. How did this resonate? Helps me to connect even deeper into the collective and know who I'm channeling for. Okay, so now we have the Ace of Swords with the High Priestess. So, like, we got 2 Divine Feminine cards here. A bunch came out. So we have the Devil, Ace of Swords, Strength in the reverse. I don't usually read reversals, but I am going to take it because it feels like I should. Especially because the Devil is upright, Strength in the reverse. That's like... Strength upright is about like mastering the conditions of your environment to your own benefit. That's how I read this. The Devil is about like wild, unrestrained emotions. It's about shadow sides. So when this is upright and this is, or sorry, this is reversed and this is upright, that feels as a pair very much like you're upside down because you're, I don't want to say you're like in your shadows too much. I want to say you're tapping into like your shadow sides too much, because that can mean actively you're like in a shadow period, or it could mean that like you're over identifying with past struggle, which is actually like very relevant to something that just happened. So that feels very true. I'm getting like a really big thing there of like over identifying with past struggle, keeping you from like moving forward, from making the decision, from like allowing the things to come in, from trusting your intuition and your powers of attraction and creation and abundance to get to like ultimate satisfaction. Ace of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, like these are all cards of like action and offer. 757 on the clock just now. So it really feels as we've got 3 4s out here. So it feels very much like this like rest, contemplation, thinking energy, a lack of clarity, but that like it is coming through, like whatever has to be done, like the 2 is gonna become a 4, you know, but you just gotta navigate it before you can get there. Let's see. Final messages for the Ladybug Collective, angels. Knight of Wands came out. Something else that I can't see yet. And let's get one more. Temperance, I think is that what that was. We have 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. 6 of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. And Temperance. This feels connected to the Devil. And what I said about like over-identifying with shadow sides. Like balance that out. Allow the cup of positivity to fill the cup of negativity is what I'm getting. And then we've also got scales here. This is also like a It's like represents like balance, justice. And then the Knight of Wands is like that fiery knight who like comes in hot and isn't always the most strategic. Like he's moving fast, maybe a little too fast. It's like, do the thing, make the decision, like do what you have to do and be balanced about it. Like don't rush it. Don't make a decision. Don't make a move just to make a move. That's what the King of Wands would do. Make the move that you know is the right one because you're the High Priestess. You're the Empress. Like, you're in touch with the powers of your intuition. And you know how to use your, like, divine feminine power to get to, like, a reasonable outcome. I don't know why reasonable is, like, the thing I'm getting, but that's what this feels like. It's not about, like, blow your brains out, like, 10 completion energy. It's a lot more about, like, slow down, be methodical, put in the work to get to, like, the right outcome or choice. So let's just see one more. And 2 came out. So we have the 7 of Swords, 4 of Wands just came out. There's a bunch of cards here that are like... Okay, so then we have King of Cups, 7 of Swords, 4 of Wands again. So 7 of Swords, as it relates to this and like the contemplation energy of the 7 of Cups, and also this is another 7, it feels like maybe you don't have all the information yet. Maybe you're struggling as to like what you should do or like what direction you should go. And it feels like, oh my God, I should hurry up and decide. But like your intuition, I'm thinking of the High Priestess again. Your intuition is telling you like, no, like I can't decide yet. Like I don't, 1, 2, 2, 1 on the clock. Your intuition saying like, I can't yet. I can't decide. I don't know yet. I don't have enough information. That would be a smart move based on the 7 of Swords. So I think that that's where this message of balance is coming from, especially like thinking about the King of Wands. Sorry, the Knight of Wands. It's not about like some decisions in life are like, okay, just like pick one so that you can move on and it brings like new energy into the situation and then that will like bring you to the right thing. Whatever this is, it feels like it needs to be more of like a considered decision. And actually like, because this is the marriage card, I'm wondering like, is there some kind of a relationship you're like wondering about taking to the next level? Is there something that like, by all accounts, should be making you happy or like should make you feel complete or whole or like you've done it and it's not? Maybe other people are pressuring you to just like make a decision, just say yes to that proposal, just like ask the person to marry, like whatever it is. But you're like, there's something in the back of your head that's like 7 of Cups energy of like, I'm still looking, I don't have the answer yet. That's what that feels like. I'm gonna pull one more card because that energy kind of came out of nowhere. What can you say about that, angels? Okay, so 5 of Wands just flew out, but then we have the Sun, and this wanted to come out before, and it didn't, and so now it did. So 5 of Wands is like unnecessary conflict. I've heard somebody say before that they're practicing battle. They're not actually fighting. Are you fighting your intuition? Are you like wondering if the thing that seems like it's going to be like a happy ending really is? Let's see. Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune's interesting because that is not at all the energy I've been getting from this reading. The reading I've been getting is more like stable, methodical type energy than like random chance. So I'm not even going to bother trying to interpret that, but like maybe that adds a piece of the puzzle for somebody. And if it does, let's see, let's get one more card on the Wheel of Fortune. 5 of Swords. That's like a battle card, post-battle. People are walking away. And we have the 5 of Wands. What's coming to my mind right now, 1554 on the clock, is sometimes we let the wheel turn and we allow whatever happens to like be the next thing. Sometimes we like get on the wheel and want to help it spin. Do you know what I mean? I know that like none of us can, like a lot of life is random and a lot of things are just like what was going to happen anyway. But like we do have more power than we think to elicit the outcomes that we want. And somehow like I don't know what just like came out in my mind, like what I heard is like we make our own luck. And to be honest, like that is not super aligned to like how I feel a lot about like a lot of life. I tend to like really put a lot of trust in the universe and allow things to unfold while I'm kind of like navigating my own intuition. But this feels like, I don't know, something about this is just giving me very much like make your own luck. Whatever the outcome you want, I think it's like on the table for you. And maybe it's like external forces that are making it seem like the wheel is turning one way and you want it to turn the other, but actually you have the power and the energy available to you if you want to do it to like make it happen. And I want to say like this is what the deck looks like right now. It was just sitting like this. So the Queen of Swords is sort of like poking out. And we already have the Queen of Pentacles, which is like a very stable and like loving kind of energy. And then the Queen of Swords, like she does not fuck around. Like she says what she's got to say and like does what needs to be done and isn't afraid of doing that. And I just feel like this is a situation, whatever it is, 1818 on the clock, like you're going to make your own destiny. Whatever is going to happen is like going to be because you made it that way. And like taking that time, taking that rest to work through the 7 of Cups energy, to work through whatever like uncertainty feels like it would be prudent. And then we've got the Emperor. And I think that was the, 9 of Cups. And the World. Okay, so I think that this is like just really clear. We had the High Priestess and we had the Empress out before, so like maybe this is like a divine counterpart situation. But what I'm actually feeling is more of like a mastery, a balance of the two between you. Inside of you, like a balance between the two, like inside of you, balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The Emperor is always going to put more work into turning the wheel than the Empress, because the Empress attracts. She kind of like leans back and like knows what she wants, and she's set up everything about her life to allow what she wants to just continually come in. The Emperor is an energy of like development, creation, pushing forward in more of like an external way as opposed to like the divine feminine, it all being like very much an internal exercise. So this just feels like more confirmation of don't be afraid to step up. Don't be afraid to like take what you want from this world, because nobody's going to give it to you exactly the same way as like if you design it yourself or like imagine it yourself and then take it. And 9 of Cups is like that's a manifestation card, and the world is like the successful completion of a cycle. So I feel like you got it, and your intuition has been telling you the right thing to do. So now it's safe to like act. It's safe to take action to get that wheel spinning how you want. That's what I think. All right, let me know how this resonated. As always, maybe I said this already, but like these are collective messages, so take what resonates, leave what does not, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Ladybug Collective.